Hey friends, welcome back to Tristan Authors with Marilyn Jeanne Designs. I'm your host, Gina Stockdahl, and this is the podcast where we believe that God's words through you can change the world, no matter your age. Today we've got a very special guest in the studio. And yes, he is my very own son. He is 7 years old, loves books, loves stories, and get this, he already wants to be an author when he grows up. Psalm 8:2 says, "Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength." And I can tell you, this kid has some God-given words in him. So today we're going to talk about why he loves reading, what inspires him to write, and maybe even get a little peek into the mind of a young creative. And who knows, he might inspire you to start your own book. So, buddy, let's start off with you telling us and the listeners what you love to do for fun in general.
I love to play football a lot. I love watching TV, like cartoons, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, like the actual cartoon. Despicable Me, because that one's really funny, and then I really like the Ed and Eddie, one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows to watch.
So, what made you want to write your own stories?
Pretty much because of the pretty much about like books that have like an adventure funniness, like a lot of funny stuff in it. Like,
so you like books that have action and funniness in it? Okay.
Yes, and like an adventure and stuff. Like
okay.
That.
Do you remember the first story that you ever wrote or tried to write?
The first story that I ever wrote was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, differently from J.K. Rowling.
So your own variation of it?
Yeah, just like covered it for J.K. Rowling.
Okay. Who is your favorite book character and why?
I say Janer Igby from the Christian series of the Wingfeather Saga.
Okay. So why is he your favorite?
He is a pretty good throne warden.
Okay, so tell me, I have not read those books. You're reading those with your dad.
Yeah.
What is a throne warden?
A throne warden is usually what protects the king from like danger and stuff.
So he's kind of like a knight.
Yeah, he's kind of like a knight.
Okay.
Not really that, but anyways, he protects around the throne, like the family, the whole like he would actually go out to be in war.
So is he one of your favorites because he's a good guy?
Yeah, I actually like him because sometimes he's really funny.
Okay, that makes sense.
And he does really good choices. Like in the chapter we read, he looked at a maintenance manager at the fork factory, and then he just ran for his life.
Oh my goodness. So if you could be inside any book for one day, which book would you choose?
Definitely the Who is Tom Brady.
Okay. Why would you choose to be in the Who is Tom Brady book?
Because Tom Brady, I say, is a really good quarterback. I would just really love to like see some of his games instead of actually having to see them on YouTube.
That's fair. You want to go see him play in person?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
alas, you can't.
He retired.
Yes, he did retire. Yeah. But that's a fun book that we got you for school, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So do you prefer to write your books like in stories on paper, or do you prefer to do them on a computer?
I pretty much prefer to do both.
You like to do both? What do you like about each one? Like, tell me what you like about writing them on paper?
One, I can draw like the characters.
So you can illustrate it better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then two, on the computer, I can actually pull up real pictures.
That makes sense.
Like videos and stuff.
Yep. So when you are writing your stories, do you prefer to make up totally new worlds, or do you prefer to write about things that you actually do in real life?
I prefer to open up like new worlds.
Okay.
Like pretty much like Skateboardville. Like that one's really fun because like how like instead of driving a car, you have to skateboard for travel.
Okay. Yeah. Why do you like to write about skateboarding stuff?
Oh, because I love skateboarding. It's just like skateboarding is also like football. Skateboarding's my life, man.
Yeah. So who taught you how to skateboard?
My dad.
Mm-hmm.
So at first I was really scared and did not like skateboarding because like the first time I did it, I fell and got a really like a scrape and
Mm-hmm.
I was bleeding, so I didn't like it. So and then times time flies by, and then well actually I actually got it. I actually started skateboarding by myself at Deck Disciples,
Yes, you did.
my father's ministry.
Mm-hmm.
I was like really scared, and then I just started doing it. I'm like, hey, this is fun.
Right. So, what is the funniest thing that you've ever put into one of your stories?
Like whenever my character tree guy in my skateboarding crew, like he's not actually a tree, he's a human. It's just
Okay.
that he's really tall, so that's why they call him tree guy.
Okay.
So it's just previously a nickname.
Okay.
Anyways, he said, why not go surfing on a skateboard?
Why not go surfing on a skateboard?
While eating a banana peel is what he was suggesting because it was a really hot day, and I'm like, and then my character's Eddie is like, why would we even do that?
Right.
Because
That's just silly.
Yeah, just because we don't even eat banana peels. Are you kidding me?
That's right. That's
and you have to actually have a surfboard,
That's
not
right.
a skateboard.
That's right. I don't think the skateboards are going to work on the ocean or in the ocean.
I just put that in for no reason.
Okay. So, do you think that God cares about the stories that you write?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you think that God cares about the stories that I write?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think that God cares about the stories that my listeners are either in the process of writing or want to write? Why do you think that God cares about all of our stories?
Because I'm sure God would love. I'm sure God loves all kind of stories,
True.
like biblical, it's funny,
Mhm.
like adventure, action packed, fantasy.
That's true. He does like all sorts of stories, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, what's one Bible story that you love that you could possibly turn into like a fun kids book?
I have two of them.
Okay.
So one, Jonah and the Whale. That's a really fun one.
Okay. Why would you turn that one into a fun children's book?
One, it teaches you a lesson, and two, I want to.
What lesson does that story teach you?
So you have to listen to what God says because Jonah would not listen to him to go to wherever it is. He wanted Jonah to went to.
Right. He went the other way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he didn't, and then he was just thrown off the boat. I'm like, and I was just reading that story. I'm like, that's your consequence, bro. You should have listened to him the first time.
So how would you turn that into a fun kid story so like kids your own age can understand?
I would turn it into a little kids book by probably writing down probably putting Smellyville and the story of Jonah. All
so you kind of would kind of take so Smellyville, for those of you who are listening, is called Welcome to Smellyville. It's a cartoon movie that was produced back in 2021, and it has a really good overall moral lesson in it.
And
so
you
what?
Can find it on Hulu.
Right now you can find it on Hulu. However, so what you're saying is that you would kind of take the quirkiness, the funness, and the things from Welcome to Smellyville, the movie, as an inspiration.
Yeah.
And mix it with the actual story.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So I just started off all the people were just the Oglies from the movie.
Yeah.
And then I would put Jonah in as not as an Ogly because who doesn't like the Smellyville movie?
I mean, it's really cute. So for those of you who haven't watched it.
Yeah.
So my next question is, so you said you have two stories that you'd want to turn into the children's books. Your first one was the Jonah and the whale story. The second one is what?
I would mix it up with the
No, which biblical story would you turn into a children's book is what I'm asking. What's your second story that you'd want to do?
Oh, definitely Joseph and his brothers.
I knew that one was coming. That has been your favorite Bible story since I can remember.
Since I was 3 years old.
Yep.
I mean, because I really like the lesson in it.
What's the lesson in that one?
Not to, I forgot, because I haven't read it in a long time.
Is it maybe not to be jealous of our siblings?
Yes.
Is it for starters anyway? There's lots of there's lots of lessons in that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. Like, oh, and leave in the comments if you have found Welcome to Smellyville, and comment below how you've liked it.
There you go. So whenever you are coming up with your story ideas, do they just pop into your head, or like how do you come up with your own story ideas?
I usually just think them out, because last week I was thinking of making a second book of, like a third book of Ski Running Crew.
Okay.
But I got a little messed up on the 5th page.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, so I decided I'm gonna think that out tomorrow.
Okay, that makes sense. I have to do that with my books a lot too.
Yeah.
So if you could write a book that helps other people, what would you want it to help them with?
I would want it to be not to be jealous with other people.
That makes sense.
Because if you be jealous of people, like how the world's going to be connected to God. Like no one is going to be following the Lord's rules.
Right. It's a commandment, right?
Yeah,
it's to not be
no one's going to be
envious.
following the 10 Commandments, and the world would just be chaos.
I mean, the world's already chaos, but it'd be worse, right?
Yeah, it'd be worse than chaos.
You're right. So who is somebody that you love to read your book? Like if you were to write a book and it's on like Barnes and Noble shelves, what is one person that you would want to pick up that book and read it?
I like to read about the Jeff Kinney's Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, well, yes. Those are your favorite books. Your uncle used to read those books too when he was little. My question is, so like let's say you published a book like how Mommy's books are published, right? Yeah. Who in the world, if you could pick one person in the world to pick up your book to buy it and read it, who would you pick?
I would pick probably my Uncle Brandon.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
Completely.
So what is your favorite part about reading books that other people wrote?
I love their animation, the illustration, all the funniness and action packed. I just really like how they did the writing, the characters, all of that stuff.
Do you think that kids can also be authors?
Actually, yes, I do.
Why do you think that?
Because who doesn't want to be an author?
Right. It's pretty fun, isn't it?
Yeah, because you just get to make up. All these new characters and all these new worlds. You can just use your imagination. It doesn't matter.
That's right. God gave us fun imaginations to use, didn't he?
Yeah.
So let's say there's a kid that's listening to this podcast right now.
Okay.
Right, with their parent.
Uh-huh.
What would you tell them? Like, what advice would you give them? If they just now are starting to write?
I would give them to work on it slowly. Do not rush it or you may mess up.
That's a good one.
And make sure to have a main character.
Yeah, that all makes sense. And to not rush it is actually really, really good advice. You are wise beyond your years, son. You really are.
Because by Harry Potter, I'm like the Sorting Hat. He's probably gonna put me in either in Gryffindor or Ravenclaw.
I'm still thinking you're gonna be a Ravenclaw, but we'll see.
Are you kidding me?
We'll see. But that's true because even as adults, right? Like even adults, I can't rush my books either because we want to make sure that they're good, right? Yeah. We don't want silly mistakes in them.
Yeah.
So what it says, if you could put one Bible verse in every single book that you write, which one would it be?
John 3:16.
Which is what?
For God loved the world, but shall not perish, but have everlasting life
Through who?
through Jesus.
Yep. I mean, you didn't quite get that, but you're close enough, just so you know. We'll keep working on it. That's been a good memory verse for us recently, but that's a very, very, very good Bible verse to include, just so you're aware. What kinds of stories do you want to write when you're a grown-up like me and you're writing books for a living like mommy?
I would rather write them for like funny books for children and adults for all ages.
So you want to be more of like a
Funny author.
like a children's book author.
Yeah.
Which is totally fair.
Yeah, but for all ages though.
No, that makes sense because I mean kids need books, right?
Yeah.
And your dad is ridiculously good at art, so the two of you could really pair together. If you write all the stories and your dad helps you illustrate it, I think you guys be a really dynamic duo, to be completely honest.
Yeah. I get what you're talking about.
I do. So do you think that you will always love books?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely yes. Why don't you ask me that?
So why do you think that you will always love books?
Because books are fun, they're funny,
Okay, that's true.
action-packed, and like a lot of, sometimes they have a lot of good lessons.
Good one. So thank you very much for being my guest today. I want you to do the little closing that you had suggested that you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah. All right, authors, if you are NFL fans, let us know what other, besides the Smallville movie, but let us know in the comments what your favorite NFL team is.
So one of the things, guys, that are listening to this, he is currently in his football era. Since our business is located in the Kansas City metro, he is clearly a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I grew up in Northern Illinois in Chicagoland, and so I am actually forever a Chicago Bears fan, no matter how terrible they actually may be. And so basically, just for fun, the two of us want to see what your favorite NFL team is. And so if you could just put that in the comments, that would be super fun for him to see. I do hope that you love this special episode as much as I did. If you take away one thing today, let it be this: God can plant the seeds of creativity at any age, and it's never too early or too late to start writing the story that he's given you. If you're an author or you're raising one and you want to learn how to write, publish, and share your God-given words with the world, that's what we do at Marilyn Jeanne Designs. You can find us at marilynjeannedesigns.com. We're on Instagram at Marilyn Jeanne Designs. We're also on Facebook at Marilyn Jeanne Designs. And we're on TikTok now, which is at Marilyn Jeanne Designs. So I will put all of those links in the description for this episode. Now, go grab a notebook, start your writing, and you never know. The story you start today might be the one that God uses to change someone else's life tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. Love ya.